Afternoon, welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. I'm back, sorry, I know, it was a bit of a struggle, I'm not going to lie, this morning, and I thought of you a lot and thought, no, you know what, get in your car and go and craft, because that's what we love here at Highlight Crafts and live shopping. Right, let me introduce you to the team first of all. We have got Emily on cameras this hour. There you go, a little delicate wave. You've got Amber in the producer's seat. Oh, that was quiet, no Snoop today. Mum and Dad back off holiday, love. Yeah, looking after Snoop again. So we're going to have a cracking hour. Now we've got some deals for you on some brilliant stencils, but also on these, which you might not have seen very often. I don't really think we've done a lot with them, but they are brilliant for making backgrounds. So let's do all the housekeeping and then we can get on with the crafting. So first of all, where can you watch us? Well, you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop with us on either Facebook or Instagram, I'm going to show you a product, and that product will have a code, and all you need to do is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, okay, and that will automatically pop that product into a basket for you. Then we're going to send you a reminder or a message into your direct messages, and in that message you will find a link. Click the link and that will take you to highlightcrafts.com, where you can log into your account and then check out. Now, it's important that you're logging in. I know I'm back, I'm going to keep banging on about it. You need to be logging into your account. If you haven't got one, if you're brand new to us, and I'm expecting we're going to get quite a lot of new customers over the next few weeks, then you need to open an account before you shop, because the way it works here at Highlight Crafts is every single order that you place with us, we will give you discount on it, okay? And you start off in tier 1, you get 5% discount. You then spend X amount of pounds with us, and then you go up to the next tier. So it's really exciting that that isn't just for your first order, it's for all of them, every single one of them that you ever place, which is brilliant, isn't it? You'll also get loyalty points back for every pound that you spend. Now, they'll get allocated back to your account in a couple of weeks' time. That's because we have to just make sure that nothing's returned before you allocate your points. And then on a basket spend over £35, we'll pay your postage for you, which is great, isn't it? Now then, we've got extra deals on the show for you today, because it's Bank Holiday Monday, don't you know? And it's beautiful, isn't it? First day back, it's glorious sunshine. It's that law, isn't it? It's that one. But super easy for you to shop here with us, which is great. Now then, if you prefer to shop directly on the website, you can also do that. So go to highlightcrafts.com, click watch live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to stream, you'll see all the items appear down the right hand side of your screen, and you simply select the ones that you'd like to purchase, and they will go into a basket for you. That will appear on your screen as a little red shopping bag just at the top. When you're ready to log in and check out, click on that and that will take you through that process. Now, if you don't want to miss out on any of the shows, just type the word live into the comments underneath the video right now, and that will give us permission to send you notifications before we start each show. And if you really don't want to miss out on the goodies, then you don't have to, because you can shop ahead from midnight. And today, you spend over £50, you get £5 discount. You spend over £100, you get £10 discount. Now, there was an email went round this morning. So if you spent £50 in the last hour, you'll have got your £5 discount. If you spend it again in this hour, you'll get another £5 discount. And then if you do it again at 6 o'clock, you'll get another £5 discount. So it's a great day to stock up. Get all those boring bits, you know, your card and your glue and all those basics that you need. Get those while we're giving you a discount on them. Now, we do have something else that I want to show you. Now, contents will vary, and this is our mystery box. Wow, there's all sorts in here. This is really exciting. Shall we go through it and have a look? So first of all, it will vary, okay? So you're not going to get exactly this, but in this particular one, you've got the big top, which was a set of nesting dies that we did for one of our birthdays. You're also going to get another set of dies with your top hats, etc. Then you're also going to get your holly. You're going to get a little fairy sticker. Well, this is what's in this one. Who knows what you're going to get? There is an enormous amount of ribbon on those reels. Oh, look at this. Now, this is really good. If you're into your resin, and you want a little pipette to go into those little areas in those moulds, plus a flat brush in case you want to aquastone, and then 3 smaller brushes and a pair of tweezers in there, getting that included. That's great. Moulds. I don't think I need one of these. Moulds, cookie cutters. You're getting a glue stick. Now these are brilliant. So these are for your clay. So you take any type of clay, put it onto one side, just create a basic shape of what it looks like because you're going to trim it back anyway. Push it into there, put this one on top, press down firmly, and it puts all the veining in your flowers. It's really clever. You've got some cello bags in here. We've got some lavender for you after what you saw what David did with the grog clay, not last week, week before. We've got a creative card making kit in there, foam printing in this one in particular. We've then got, oh, good grief. We've got pipe cleaners. I think this has been gone through a few times, hasn't it? You've got more of those fantastic moulds. So again, this one's unwrapped, so you can see how they just fit together perfectly, like a sandwich. But you sandwich your clay in between and it puts all of that detail that you can see on that mould into that clay. Got some of those. We've then got some little bits of foil for you. So if you're into your resin or your nail art or whatever you prefer, we've got goodies for you for that as well. So you're getting all of those. Then you're also going to get, now I'm presuming this is because it's damaged, because this is new, metallic flexible relief paste. I'll tell you what, I don't care what pot it comes in, it still works. Not bothered about that, it's about the contents, right? Got your little jump rings in there if you want to make chain or attach things to your cards. You've got a little set of watercolour paints in here. I'm running out of space, look at this lot. Getting loads, look at it all. So you're getting those in there. You're also going to get a piece of felt, 2 little votive jars, and some cardstock at the bottom. But as I said, contents will vary, but the value for that, I think that is, oh, can you have a look on the website, Amber? Chenille Creative, the chenille kit. I think that's probably about $14.99 by itself. So you're getting a really good deal in there. Maybe you run a craft group and you just need your inventory reinvigorating. Maybe you need some new stash to play with. We always need new stash, don't we? I know, it's addictive, this crafting malarkey, isn't it? Good though, right? Right, so that's all of that lot. Or whatever, or Sam decides to pack for you. You know what Sam's like. She's always on your side, isn't she? Absolutely. Right, shall we have a look at some of these stencils that we've got? Let's just say hello to a few people because I missed you all. Welcome back, says Karen. Thank you, Karen. Bridget says hello, everybody. Anne says hello. Hope you had a wonderful week. I did. You know what? I just spent time with my husband. I don't get to do that very often because I don't go home every night. It's weird, isn't it? So yeah, we had a lovely, lovely wedding anniversary as well. Julie says hi. Sandra. Hi everyone, great to see you following your holiday. Mel, did you have a great anniversary? I did, thank you. It was really lovely. We just laughed all night. We went out for a meal and sat outside because it was quite nice and warm, and we just laughed all night. It was fabulous. Hi to Jonathan, Bridget, Crafty Lou, and Lorraine. Right, shall we have a look at these? Because these are a little bit different. And if you saw these on a shelf somewhere, you might think, well, what am I going to do with those? But these are brilliant. So if you're somebody that loves backgrounds, or you want that little bit of embossed detail, but you want to be in charge of it, then this is definitely for you, okay? So first of all, it's all of this. This is everything that you're going to receive. So you're going to get your uppercase alphabet and your lowercase alphabet. Now, if you want to, you can snip in where all these little pips are in between here and separate out those letters, okay? So you can use them to create your sentiments. At this price, you could get them at this price and just colour them with your pens and use them as physical 3D stencils if that's what you wanted to. If you wanted them on a card, you could actually use it as a physical embellishment. But this is what I've done with this morning. So I took this one, which is part of the set, and I ran it through my Pro Cut with the embossing mat. I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute, okay? So you're going to get that. Now, I like it debossed just as much as I like the emboss. So that's your emboss side, and that's your debossed side. But as a background, even if it's just something for Christmas. It doesn't need to spell out Christmassy words, does it? It's just something that's in the background, which I think is fabulous. But I actually really like that side. I think it's really clever. So you've got those. So you've got your uppercase, and you get several of each letter. You've then got your lowercase, and again, several of each letter. Then you've got all your numbers and your ampersands and your @ and your hashtag, etc., your exclamation mark, your ampersand. So you've got all your punctuation in there as well. So that's your first set. Then your second set is going to give you all of these fantastic sentiments. So, I love you, get well soon, thank you, best wishes, happy anniversary, you are amazing, with love, congratulations, happy birthday to you, all my love, good luck, and just to say. So you're going to get all of those as well, which is great. Then we're going to come on to these backgrounds here. So you're going to get your script font. That's the one that I used with this, so that you can see there what it's giving you there. I think that's brilliant on white. I'm going to use that a lot. Even at the back of a shaker card. Do you know what I mean? Something a little bit different. I think this is fabulous. So you're going to get that. You're then going to get your script font in your numbers and your hashtag and your ordinals, etc. Then you're going to get your lowercase in there. So you're getting all of that as well. But then you're going to get these. And what I love about these is we've given you twos. So if you look at that one there, you've got another one there. It's like match it, isn't it? You've got two there. And the reason we've done that is so that you can do things like this on your card fronts. Now that's embossed. How lovely would that be for a wedding invitation? And that's it debossed. Now, depending on what you're going to do for your Christmas cards, this will be lovely, wouldn't it? Just with a little Christmas sentiment, some little embellishments on it. I think these are fabulous. So you're getting all sorts. You're getting hearts, you're getting flourishes, you're getting headers, you're getting some corners in here. You've got some florals in this one as well. But a great opportunity to get these as like this, because I think these are fabulous. Can I also just say, if you put that onto a piece of black card or you drew around it and scanned it in, because it comes from us, you can resize those. So all of those then become cutting files. Good, right? I know. Put it onto a piece of black card and see if it'll pick it up. If it doesn't, you might have to draw inside it, but I think it might do. So if you want all of that, everything that I've just shown you, it's shop sentiment and it's $24.99. Shall I go and show you how they work? Shall we go and have a look? Let's go and have a look. Right, let's take, what shall we take? Let's take these, because I quite like that as a background as well. Come on, come with me. Let's go and have a look. Right, so I have got a piece of 250 GSM cardstock. Now, obviously, the rubber mat is going to push this through, so when I turn it over, it'll be the right way around, but that will be embossed. If you want it debossed, you'll do it the other way. Does that make sense? The right way around. I'll show you. Right, so I'm not even going to bother taping that in place, but I am going to set it up on my plates themselves, so I'm not having to move everything all the time. So I'm going to put my 3mm plate on the bottom. I'm going to put my piece of card. I'm actually going to do it that way, I think, like so. And then I'm going to pop that over the top. And then I'm going to put my 5mm plate over the top of that. We'll run it through. So no magnetic sheet with this combination, just as you would expect it to be when you're embossing. Now you will find that the embossing mat will move, which is another reason why I haven't taped everything down. If you're going to, I've tried it this morning and it kind of works. Let me show you in a minute what I've worked out, because there's a bit of a knack. I like a knack, because it means you're learning something new. Right, let's have a look what we've got. So right now we've got, oh, we haven't got anything. Why have we not got anything? I do it the right way around. It doesn't make any sense. That goes on there. That goes on there. That's why, Melanie. That'll be the why then, won't it? That'll be why. Maybe. And I wouldn't mind, but I did this like 20 minutes ago. Welcome back, Mel. I was just as bad at home. A number of times Mick said to me, all right? I'm like, why? I went, because you just like, can't forget, you keep forgetting stuff. I'm like, yeah, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. This is when you need a lazy Susan, isn't it, for underneath your die cutting machine. That's when you need that. Right, let's have a look, see what we've got. Yay, there we go. Now it will crease your card slightly. Can you just see if there's a trimmer anywhere, Amber, please, because I need to just cut this down. But you can see here, I mean, you trim that away, you're not even going to notice it. You can always go in and just literally burnish that down. In fact, if you turn it over and just press down like that with a pair of tweezers or the end of one of your sponges, whichever. Thank you, darling. And then we'll just trim this down. So this now creates that background for that birthday card, and it's ageless. You know, it doesn't matter whether you send this to a 4-year-old or a 44-year-old or a 104-year-old. It really doesn't matter because it will still look lovely. And then just using our 5-in-1 trimmer. I must admit, I do like the sound of that. Listen. Good, isn't it? And there's your background. So you've got it that way. So if you put it face down the right way around, you'll get that. If you put it face down the other way around, it'll emboss, but it'll be back to front. Or if you put it, I don't have any words. Put it through the other way around, you'll get the emboss, but the numbers will be facing the right direction. So if you want those, I think they're brilliant for backgrounds. I think in your mixed media, nothing to stop you drawing around these and cutting them out of grey board. Nothing to stop you scanning them in and using them with your scan and cut. All of that, all the different things that you can do when you own something like this. And £24.99 should be £75. That's ridiculous. Warehouse clearance today. We're going for it because it's bank holiday. I've noticed a lot of places are doing warehouse clearances at the moment, especially in America where you've got all those taxes. But look at this. Isn't that just fabulous? So if you want these, it is Shop Sentiment and it's £24.99. Now we do have some individual elements for you as well. So you can get your 4 little vases or your 3 vases in your plant pot. You also get your stemmed florals. So you've got your tulip, your daffodil, different daffodil and an iris. You've got your 4 butterflies in there. And you've also got your foliage and your embellishments. So if you want all 4 sets of those, which is super, super cool, right? Shop Flower, £14.99. Right, let's just move that out of the way. Oh, needs charging, love. Had a lovely week. Thank you, everybody. It's nice to be back, though. Nice to be back. Right. So next, we've got these little stencils here, and I'm going to show you a little bit of Zentangle in a bit, because these are perfect, especially if you're practicing or you just want a really good open image that's strong and defined, so you can actually see what they are, but then you can doodle inside, and that's the fun bit. I love Zentangle. It's that craft where you just go and take a breath and take a minute, even if you only did 10 minutes a day, if that's all you've got time-wise, even if you've only got 10 minutes a day, just to sit down and switch your head off from all the rubbish that's going on in the world and just focus. It's lovely. So we'll do a little bit of that in a little while. So if you want those 5 stencils, it's Shop Animal and it's £8.99. I think we'll work with the dragonfly in that one. Then we've got some more florals for you, and these are lovely. If you're somebody that just likes making really quick, simple cards, then this is absolutely for you, because look how lovely these are. Just a very simple, you might have to go in and just pop a couple of the little bits out. They're not cut, well, they are cut. They're not attached, if you like. They just needed poking through. So first of all, you're going to get that set. Now, if this was me, I'd take a very pale paint. Oh, actually, we can do it. We can do it in the show because I can use those ovals as well. We'll do it. Take an oval, something like that. Just go through with a very light paint, dry it off, then put that over the top, go through that with your different paint colours, and then a little sentiment, and that's all you need, which is brilliant. Amber, can you do me a favour, darling? Can you just grab me a hairdryer from out there? I can show you properly. You're also going to get these, which are absolutely beautiful, like a chrysanthemum and a peony. Love those. I think those are my favourites. Then you've got, oh, I said that now, sunflowers. Love a sunflower. I did my thing when I went home. I bought my lilies. Do you know what? The heads on the lilies were no word of a lie. They were massive like that. They were huge. And they're just all bloomed yesterday. They're beautiful. So you've got your sunflowers in there. You've then got your silhouette in here. So if you're somebody that likes making your inky painty backgrounds, You've got different florals in here, a little bit more stylized, I would say. And then finally, this is going to be brilliant for Christmas. If you want to make quick, simple Christmas cards, stenciling your way forward, that one is fantastic. So you want all of those, shop floral, $19.99 for all of those. That's crazy value. Good though, right? Brilliant. Right, so if you want those, that's shop floral, $19.99. Now then, I've just shown you these, and these are really cool. So if you don't have a die cutting machine and you've no intention of ever buying a die cutting machine, these are really good for your mats and layers, but they're also really good positioning guides as well. So if you wanted to do something, say, I don't know, you wanted 2 circles in the middle of a card, maybe you want to put a little knitted scarf around that, little hat on the top, like a snowman, wouldn't it? And then you can line up the positioners for your cards as well, which is great. Also, little viewfinders. You know, when you have a big picture and you just want to isolate the certain part that you want to use, they're brilliant for that as well. So if you want those 4, that is shop layer, $5.99. Brilliant, right? And when you've got them forever. You don't have to replace these. These will last you a lifetime. Right, next up, we have some border stencils for you, and these are beautiful as well. Now, as I'm showing you these, if you're a card maker, I'm just going to grab a piece of card. I'll be back. Right, if you're a card maker, that would go on the front of a 6x6 card blank with a sentiment, job done. Okay, stenciling is one of those. I was always a bit like, I'm not sure about stenciling. I think because we stenciled our houses into within an inch of the lives during the 90s, didn't we? Everything was stenciled. If it's still long enough, someone came up and did that. But when we went to Cadence, it just opened up this whole new world of creativity, which is fantastic. And it's one of those crafts that you get to a stage and you're like, oh, I don't think I'm going to like this. And then you reveal the stencil. And it's like, wow, it's that real feel-good moment. Do you know what I mean? It's really good. So you're going to get that one. Now, the reason that they come, we've done half doilies, is because you can just flip that over and make a complete one. So rather than you buying 12x12, you can buy these and use them in whichever way you like. You've got that one in there as well. These are lovely. These are some of my favourite ones. If you're doing bigger pieces, I mean, that just in with a paste on a black canvas with some little butterflies coming up, maybe they've been foiled with a metallic leaf, would look lovely. You've got that fantastic peony design. These are beautiful. I love these stencils. So you're getting all those 3. And then you're also going to get these 3 as well. And these, honestly, they're a dream. That across the middle of a card. Right, so here you go. You've just done your embossing. Now what you can do is take your stencil design and stencil that inside of there. We'll do that. We'll keep that one. We'll take that over there and we'll do that. I'm back. Can you tell? Right, so if you want all 6 of those stencils, that is shop cross and it's $14.99. Right. That's those done, that done. Now then, these are a little bit different. So these are all about positioning, but also about doing your different dotting techniques, which is super cool. So I'm going to show you how to use one of these. I haven't done a lot of dotting, but what I have done, I've really enjoyed. And again, it's one of those, it's a little bit like Zentangle when you sit down and just go, and I know you've all got loads of paint. So you're in the right place. So you're going to get, these are all individuals, right, Amber?
This one is...
The medium one and...
So it's large and a small one, no?
This one and this one.
That one and that one.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, so you're also going to get these. Now, we use these in one of our festivals, and everybody absolutely love them because it gives you that point. It gives you that place so that you know exactly where you're going to place that dot. And you see them on all over social media doing massive pieces of art with them. They're fantastic, but it gives you that guide. Okay, so you're getting all of those and the medium ones and these sizes as well. And I know it looks like you're getting a few of the same. They are different because the lines are in different places. Can you see they are completely different to each other? All right, so you're getting all of those, and then you're also going to get that one, and that one. So you're going to get all of those as well, which is fantastic, right? Right, so that's those. Right, let's get the rest of these cleared down and then we can do some stenciling. Right, let's do these next. Next lot of borders. This is one of my favourites too because it has a heart inside it. So you could just use the heart that comes up there. You could just use that piece and create a whole border. You could just do half of it down the side of a card. It's entirely up to you. But please don't think that stencils are just for mixed media. They're absolutely not. I use stencils a lot in my card making and a lot in my art journal. So please don't think, oh no, I'm not sure that that's for me. Honestly, they're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. Now then, so you're going to get those three. There's a lot of plastic on this counter. Stop it slippy sliding everywhere. And then you're also going to get these. How beautiful, that way up, is that? Aren't these lovely? And again, just through the middle of that piece of card, that could be enough. That could be all you need. So if you want those 6, it is shop border $14.99. That's ridiculous. I'd expect to pay $14.99 for that. Seriously, for that. That's crazy value for all 6. Right, you definitely need these. Need them. I did really well last week. I didn't buy anything at all. No craft stuff. Now I'm back. I've got to make up for it now. Mick said to me, should I expect the boxes to start arriving again? I was like, what are you talking about? Don't know what you mean. Chocolate instead. Right, now then. These are cracking deal, this one. Okay, so you're going to get, wow, all 4 for $14.99. Please don't miss this. If there's one thing you're going to buy today, please get this, because that's ridiculous. I'd expect to pay $19.99 for that, easily. It is on there. You're right, it is. Emily's like, it's on there. Stay there, I'm coming back. There you are, look. Now that, bear with, no, let's do it that way. That could be your card front. Doesn't have to be mixed media, okay? Doesn't have to be. There's no rules. That's one thing I don't do. I'm not good at rules. But I do particularly like this because, and I'll tell you why, because of this is stunning. Now you imagine that on the front of a card, a DL card. You could cut it off a little bit earlier than the base, I think, and then take one of your Sospeso flowers. How amazing is that going to look? Just that sentiment, maybe with your label maker. I love that label maker, that Dymo label maker. And that's your card front. But then you've also got this. Now, you could use that by itself. You could just use that bit by itself. You could just use the flower by itself. But it's a brilliant opportunity to get some cracking stencils at ridiculous prices. There's your, I'm going to say, Baroque, maybe? A little bit Baroque. I like that. There's a lot of space in that to do a lot of stuff with. I like space. It gives you places to play. And then you've got this one, which I think is wonderful. And then also this one, which was David's favourite. Look at the pin dot detail on that. That pasted would look absolutely incredible. So if you want all 4 of those, that's ridiculous. That's £15, £7.50, £3.75 for a 12 by 12 stencil. You definitely need those. Shop Grandeur, $14.99. Right, shall we go and do a bit of playing? Yeah. I'm going to take the dragonfly with us. And I'll show you how to do a little bit of Zentangle and a little bit of painting and a little bit of... We'll just have some fun, shall we? That's what it's all about, right? It's all about... And I guess you've all heard the news about Hobbycraft TV. It's a bit exciting, isn't it? Right, now then, tomorrow, I have my 3 scan and cut shows tomorrow, which I normally have on a Tuesday. And I've asked for everything to be put on that I didn't do while I was away. So Winterberry Lane, Little Helpers, and a new one that's launching tomorrow. So if you've missed out on anything, make sure that you're watching tomorrow. And the reason I'm talking about that is because we have got a brand new posh card for you. not launching till tomorrow. Listen, this is your construction weight card. Exciting, right? Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Right, so I'm going to position this on here. Okay, so I've put a little bit of stencil spray on the back. Now, a little tip for you. When you're using, if you're using these stencils, these embossing ones here, don't put stencil spray on and then put it onto your card, because the pressure from the Pro Cut will make it stick to that card and you ain't getting it off. So what I did was, you should have, if you've got a Pro Cut, you'll have a spare 3mm plate. A little bit of stencil spray on the back of your pieces of plastic and take them to your plate, or just stick them on your plate. If you find they're not sticking, just literally run it through your die cutting machine. That'll help it bond to that. You'll get it off, there's no problem with that. But I just thought that was quite a nice little tip, because this morning when I taped it, the tape pulled my card off, and you don't want that, do you? Right, so when I'm doing Zentangle, what I'll do is I'll do an outline first. So this is the easiest way to start, really. So I'm just going to take a fine liner, and I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to draw inside of that stencil. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of fine liner you use, it makes no difference whatsoever. I do like to have a couple on the go, one that's quite fine, so probably a 0.3, and then a 0.5, which is chunkier. And then I'm just going to draw inside of those wings. So round like that. And up there. And like so. Okay, so now I've got my stencil in place. Now it's up to you whether you then move the stencil and start to draw in your grid. Now normally I'd measure it in centimetres, but I'm just going to go for it because I want to get another demo in as well. So I'm just going to go right the way across there and right the way across there, and then I'm going to come down. I'm just doing this by eye, but you can measure this so you can be a little bit more specific. Across there like that. Now I'm going into this one here now and over here. Now your scan and cut will do this for you. So if you go to your draw fill function and switch on the grid, it will then draw it with the grid inside. So it'll save you time as well, which is always good, because there's never enough of that, is there? Imagine if we could sell time. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And then we're just going to go across here and we're going to fill in horizontally like this. And you'd go along and do all of that like so. Then I prefer to turn my work just because I find it easier. And then I'm going to go in and do a grid from here. So I'm doing them at about a centimetre square, something maybe a little bit less than that looking at it, but you decide which you prefer. But the best thing to do is to grid it out first so that you know that where you're working. All right, so that's what you're going to do first. You can always do it in pencil if you want to, but actually the grid becomes part of the pattern, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just like, whatever makes life easier, right? Or more fun. Oh, missed a line there, look. So we can go back in and fill that one in there. And then we'll do another one down here like that. Right, so then we're going to start. We'll do a little, let's do a little flower, shall we? See if I can remember how to do the little flower. So I like to start, let me think about this. Let me just try it before I forget. Is it that one? No, we'll do the basket weave. I can remember how to do the basket weave. Right, we're going in with a little square in the middle. Okay, so just a random, just draw, in fact it's a little rectangle really, so a little bit wider than it is tall. And you do not need to be specific with this at all. I just wanted to come in and show you a few different things that you can do with your stencils, because we do a lot with paint and ink, etc. But actually this is really cool. So once you've got all your lines in, you're going to start on one side and you're just going to draw from the top left of that rectangle across to the right hand side. Same again, top left across till it hits that vertical line, and you just do that all the way down, or you can do one square at a time. Depends on how your brain works. And then I'm going to come back and I've rotated my work 90 degrees. So I'm then going to come back down and do a vertical line from top left, or a horizontal line as I'm drawing it. vertical as you're looking at it. And then I'm going to rotate it again. So rotate 90 degrees each time, and you're just going to work your way along like so, building this up, and then rotate it one last time. You've divided that square into 4 different sections, okay, like that. Now then, when we get to this bit here, you've got to play around with it a bit. So if the square's there, that would be the first line. Turn it round, that would be the second line. Turn it round, that would be the third line. And turn it round again, and that would be your fourth line. So you fill in those little bits. Now on this one, you're not really going to have anything. And then what we do is we go across and put a second line in. So this is when I like to do it one at a, well, no, I'll do it in a line because it's going to be quicker. So go right across the top row and do that horizontal line across there, like that. Then rotate it. Now there's no line there because the square's run out. And you just follow it down and create whatever pattern you want to. If you go online and just look at Zentangle, you'll find loads and loads and loads and loads of different patterns for it. And it's a really good story actually, so make sure you read the story behind Zentangle because it's very interesting, and it's just become a bit of a phenomenon, hasn't it really? Over the years, I remember doing this with woodware metal stencils from Dreamweaver decades ago. That takes me back. Right, so once you've done your row like that, you can go in with a pencil then. And all you can start to do is wherever those lines meet, so wherever the horizontal line, those little areas that you've just literally coloured in or filled in, you're going to go along and you're just going to put the tiniest amount of pencil down where each square meets the next. So where each of those little rectangles that we've created, that basket weave, we're going to go in, and this is going to put your light and shade in now. And like I say, even if you only do this, so when you go to bed at night, instead of watching TV or being on your phone or catching up on Facebook or whatever it is that you do, this will help you switch your head off. And I know we can't make any medical claims because we're not medical practitioners, but I'll tell you something, it switches my head off. And my head's very busy. So if it switches mine off, it'll probably do the same for you as well. So we're just going in and we're just literally, I can feel my whole breath just go shallower, quieter, switches off your head, stops you, but light isn't good, is it? Like light on a screen and things like that before you go to bed isn't good for you. This, brilliant. Honestly, brilliant. I have this by the side of my bed all the time. And if I've had a really busy week or there's just a lot going on at home or family stuff or whatever it is, this, honestly, I have a friend of mine who, she was a lecturer at Blackburn College actually, in health and social care. And she got into Zentangle when I was doing it previously. And still now, she comes in from work, coat comes off, bag goes down, Zentangle board comes out. She does 15 minutes and then she carries on making the dinner and everything else. But she just has that space to switch off from work and on to being at her home. So you can see now, and then I would go in with the torch on, but look at that from a distance. It looks like it's woven now. Isn't that cool? And you can just carry on and fill that in. And that's why I love the smaller stencils like this, because it's a really good place to start. I'm working on this really nice heavyweight cardstock that's launching tomorrow morning, the latest of our posh. Very nice too. And then I'm just going to take my tape. Now when you're taking your tape off, this tape is a little bit too sticky. I don't think our Lily bought the right tape. I think she bought the, she didn't buy the removable one, did she? I had to pinch some because I don't know where mine's gone. I need to order some more. But you can see there, you need a really good quality tape, just a low tack tape. You don't even need to tape it in place, to be fair, when you're doing that, because you're not working with any liquid. You're working directly from a pen. So that's how you can work with those, which is fab, isn't it? Aren't they great? Right, let's have a little look at some stencils with some paint, I think. So let's take this that we did earlier on. In fact, let me go and grab those stencils and I can show you exactly how I did it. Stay there, I'll be back in a minute.
We have said, can you make these stencils on your private stencil?
Oh, you can make loads of stencils and you scan and cut. Yeah, because we sell mylar. And we've got it on the show, actually. So that's a good question. Yes, we sell mylar. It's 12 by 12. It's 190 micron. And 190 micron is kind of what you want. You don't want anything much thicker than that because it's not about the thickness. It's about the density of that product. That's the bit that you need to make sure is right. Right, so I'm going to put a little bit more stencil spray on the back of this than I normally would because it's going to stick to plastic, so there's nothing for it to grip to. So first of all, we'll give it the wet waft. He's got a day off today. I came in ready to see him and he's got a day off. I'm like, that's rude. Bank holiday Monday and all that. I bet it was busy last week though with me not being here, so I'll forgive him. Right, so I want to use this stencil. So I'm going to take this one and lay it on there. And then I'm going to put this one about there, like that. And then I'm going to try and get it lined up as best as I can. Right, so I've put that onto there now rather than, should we see if it works on this? This is about 300 and I'm going to say this is probably about 320 GSM. So I am really pushing the boundaries now. What I would do normally is just get a spray bottle. We sell them on the website. Just get some regular water in it and just lightly, has that moved now? Probably. Lightly spray the back of your card. Give it a rub in, let that water penetrate through, and then it'll soften the fibres in your cardstock and make it a little bit easier to emboss. I've got to move all this stuff out the way now. It's like never enough space, is there? Never ever. Never enough space. Oh, right. Did you get your printer on Saturday? A lot of you brought an A3 laser printer on Saturday, didn't you? And then did you see how David did with the rice papers and foiled them? That's a bit exciting, isn't it? It's very exciting, actually. Right, let's see what we've got. Oh, look at that. Right, now, this is on 320. I would have expected it to crease it more than that, but it hasn't, so that's good. So we know now that we don't have to worry about that. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful, debossed? That's really deep. That's really deep. If I turn that over, you can see there, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Love that. Right, so that's how I would recommend you work with these. So put a little bit of stencil spray on the back of them and then put them onto your plate rather than onto your card, because that's the best thing that I found to do with it. Right, let's get these out the way and let's get some paint going on. Won't be first day back without paint. Right, let's get this through here. So this time I'm going to use my stencil spray normally. Just a nice light tap. Oh, did you see David's Instagram video the other day with his rust from Cadence, rust sprays? Launching on Wednesday. I'm really hoping I get to do that show with him, because that's definitely something that's coming home with me. Right, now then, I just need to hold this up and then I can see the light. Make sure I've got it somewhere like. The what? No, that's not. I'll fight for that one. No, I'll let Amanda have it. But it is brilliant, so don't miss out. Right, let's get some colour on here, shall we? So we'll have a little bit of yellow and we'll have a little bit of lilac. What's that colour like? Have that one, it's a bit warmer. And then we'll have a little bit of green. That'll do. Yeah, I really, really, really want that show. Have you seen it? It's amazing, isn't it? The what? I could do the buy-in. Well, yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll be in the wrong. Yeah, I see what you mean now. I'll be in the right side of the counter. I'm like, buy-in? What am I buying? Right, so a little bit of our harmony. So what I'm going to do, I think, is start in the middle with the yellow and work out, just so that you can see what it'll look like stenciled. Now, these sponges are brilliant. If you're a little bit nervous of stenciling, or you're a little bit nervous of investing in brushes and you just want to have a little dabble, then these are going to be brilliant for you. okay, because you get 10 of them in a pack. You get different sizes in that pack, and it gives you almost like an airbrushed finish. It's soft, it's very gentle. So I'm going to keep that one in the yellow paint because we're going to come back and blend that through. I want to stand up, does it? Of course it doesn't. It's Monday. It wants to lie down in a dark room. Then we've got... Did you go to Coldplay this weekend, Amber? Was it really good? Was it? At Wembley?
Yes.
Nice.
Week on Wednesday, I'll be seeing them again.
Week on Wednesday, you going again?
Well, twice.
Twice again?
Yeah, I've seen them 3 times.
Wow. Is it the same show, though?
Yeah, they mix their songs up, but yeah, it is.
Oh. Obviously likes Coldplay. Doesn't have a clue, James is, but likes Coldplay. What was the other one we had the other day? That we didn't know, you didn't know who it was.
It was the president, wasn't it? Well, wasn't that yet?
It was the Prime Minister. Oh, Tony Blair.
Yeah.
We're talking about Tony Blair. Both Amber and Emily. Did you know? Emily went, who? I was like, oh, grief. Children. Still babies, aren't you? I know you were a child. I can remember that he was a Prime Minister when I was a child. There's no excuses. You just spend too much time on TikTok. That's what it is. You haven't got time to look at the world. Too busy doing TikTok and jelly cats. Yeah, that was introduced to me. I tried explaining that to Mickey. He was having none of it. It's like, they do what? I'm like, I know, love. But it's a massive store in London and a massive store in New York, so they're doing something right, whatever it is. But yeah, funny. It's just a teddy. I don't know. Don't get it. But then I didn't get Cabbage Patch dolls either when I was a kid. I was like, why do I want one of them? A bit like Alice. When I said, do you want to go and see Barbie? Why would I want to do that? She came round yesterday. She's growing up far too fast. There you go. Look how beautiful that is. No, it's not quite perfect, but you know what? You get the idea. And that, literally, you could have your sentiment in the middle, crop it down, matte and layer it onto some of the colours that you've used in your paints. In fact, use your paints to create your mattes and layers with your sponges. Let's see if we can get this to do what I want it to do. Look at that. So now your paints are going to match perfectly with that as well. How cool is that? It's good, isn't it? And you can see what I mean about the sponge. You can see the texture of that sponge. It looks like, you know, when you peel old plaster back, imagine in a stately home and all the old plaster comes off. Imagine seeing something like that behind it, don't you? I love stencils. I think they're brilliant, and they are a tool, and they will last you a long time. Okay, so please don't just think, oh yeah, no, I'm not bothered about stencils. Seriously, not just for your mixed media, but also for your card making as well. Right, shall we do a recap, Amber? Let's go do a recap. First show back. I'm back at 6 o'clock tonight with tools. Don't know what's on there, but we'll have a lot of fun. Right, so first of all, just get rid of those out of the way. We have a mega bundle for you. Now, I showed you how to do this earlier on in the show. Taking some of these. Now, you can cut these down and use them as individual letters if you want to make your own sentiment. But personally, I like using these as backgrounds. So you could cut this, you could emboss this onto your rice paper and then just tear around it and use it as a bit of texture on your canvases. Like I say, you can cut them up into, you could make it tall and slim by snipping. So you snip wherever you want to snip, but you get several letters. So if you do want to use them independently, you can do. So if you want that, plus the lowercase that works perfectly, plus the numbers, the ordinals, the ampersands, the ats and the hashtags, then you can get that in that set. We're giving you all of this. This isn't a choice, you're getting all of this. Then we've got these fantastic sentiments. So if you just want a sentiment to be quite subtle, maybe you're going to do it on the insert, but you want it embossed rather than stamped, this is going to be brilliant. So you've got I love you, get well soon, thank you, best wishes, happy anniversary, you are amazing, with love, congratulations, happy birthday, to you, all my love, good luck, and just to say. So you're getting all of those. And it could be that you took one of the flowers, like the iris, popped it in one of the vases. Let's do it in that one. like that, and then just had happy birthday underneath. It can be that simple if you want it to be. Okay, really, really good quality product as well. This is what we use when we do our embossing stencils. So it's that same dense material. It's thicker than normal mylar. Right, so if you want those, you can get those as well in part of the collection. Then you're also going to get your script font. Oh, this is the one that I did this with. I think this is fantastic for backgrounds. I love it. Look at that. Look how it's debossed into there. It's stunning, isn't it? Now that's on our 250 pure print. The cream one I've just done is on the posh card that's going to launch tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Stephanie says she's going to do a deal. So we'll wait and see what that deal is, but it's very exciting and it's beautiful quality. Then, so you've also got your uppercase, your lowercase, and your numbers and your punctuation. And then these here are just fabulous. You're getting flowers in here, you're getting daffodils, roses. You've got lots of flourishes, corners, headers, all sorts of different things that you can do. And absolutely, if you've got a scan and cut, try scanning them in like this, put them on black, as stencil, spray them down and just see if it picks it up. It might do. If not, you might have to draw inside it and then scan that in. And then you can create cutting files from all of those, which is brilliant, isn't it? Now, it should be £75. It's 25 today, so you're getting a massive saving. Now, don't forget, spend over £50 after your club discounts, etc. You'll get an extra £5 discount. Spend over £100, you'll get an extra £10 discount. But there was an email went around this morning. So if you spent £50 in 3 shows, you'll get that £5 discount 3 times. It's good, that, isn't it? Love that. I think it's fantastic. Right, so if you want that little lot, it's Shop Sentiment and it's $24.99. If you just want to try them out and have a play around with them, absolutely you can do that as well. But this really does show you the value that you're getting with this. Okay, now obviously there's no dies to go with this, but if I had that and then I ran that through and just cut them out, I've then got them embossed to go on the front of my panel. So super, super, super easy to do. So if you want the vases with the plant pot, the foliage, the 4 butterflies and the four florals, it is Shop Flower and it's $14.99. Now then, this is the one that we use to do our little bit of doodling or Zentangle in. Let me just see if I can find that dragonfly under the mess. Already my desk's a mess and I've only been back, what, 4 hours? So if you want the dragonfly, different dragonfly, butterfly, the bird on the branch, the bumblebee, the bee in flight, and the 2 birds, you can have all of those for $8.99. This is lovely if you like doodling. It's really nice, but also think about things like this on your rice papers. All those rice papers that we've been bringing you recently, these will be fantastic on there. Just a little hint of something extra in the background. So if you want all 5 of those, you can get those. That's Shop Animal, $8.99. Now then, let's have a look at some of these bigger stencils. All the way up under here, sticking now. Right, let's have a look at these first of all. So these are gorgeous. If you got yourself a hot foil pen the other week when we either had it on the deal where you bought one and got one free, or you bought the foil and you got the pen free, then these will be brilliant with your foiling pen, because they're a nice, some of this has a nice open area to be able to add in that foil, but then add in that detail. And then some of them are tighter, so you can just add little elements here and there. So you're getting those 2. Then you're also going to get your silhouettes of your flowers. That's going to be lovely. If you've had any of the silhouette things from Micro Studio recently, or you just love making inky backgrounds and painty backgrounds or sprayed backgrounds, that's going to be perfect. We've then got your sunflower in different forms. And then we've also got this. This is going to be invaluable. Imagine making a background just out of some of the foliage, and then that's your Christmas wreath, and you decorate it with little bows or beads or gems or little dots of paint, whatever it is. Just fabulous. So if you want all of those, and that one, I've got that one. You're getting all of those, all 6 of them, Shop Floral, $19.99. We're trying to bring you something. So one thing that reinvigorates everything else. So instead of using, I don't know, an embossing folder for a background, try using a stencil. Just switch it up. It was something that we learned when we went on the scrapbook course in America. They said do a page and then take that layout and rotate it 90 degrees and then make another page, then do the same again. So the title goes from up there to being there, the journaling goes from there to being there. It's really interesting. Have a play around with different layouts. So when you've done a card front, just rotate it 90 degrees and then do another card with the same layout but in that format. Right, we've got these for you now. Got what?
You have to say bye.
Oh, I've got to say bye.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to say bye. Bye. See you at 6.